Treasury is drawing up plans for the 99% mortgage scheme. Apparently, this is going to be announced in next month's budget. This would see home buyers only need to put down 1% deposit for a property that they want to purchase. This would help loads of first-time buyers instead of them having to put down either 5, 10 or 15%, which is on average the usual type of deposit required to purchase a property. And apparently this is at an advanced stage. So there's a good likeliness that it's going to be announced in March when the budget plans get announced. So here what you're seeing is an article published by Mortgage Strategy magazine yesterday regarding the 1% deposit or 99% mortgage scheme. Many industry experts are divided over the plan, which will boost first-time buyer lending. Empower Mortgage's head of product, Peter Stimson, says the Chancellor's move to introduce a 99% loan-to-value mortgages is an irresponsible attempt to grab headlines rather than create solutions, and is indicative of the government that has run out of ideas. A 99% mortgage, in essence, is a 100% mortgage. The 1% deposit hardly contributes to preventing losses, and this will be reflected in rates which will, in probability, sit well above 6%. But this also risks pushing up house prices, leaving home buyers in negative equity. Criticisms that were leveled at the government's long-running Help to Buy scheme, which ended last year. So what's my opinion on this? I think there's pros and cons of both. So the 1% deposit or 99% mortgage scheme can work for potential people who know they're going to buy their forever home. So the negative equity aspect probably does not impact them whatsoever because they know they're going to be living in that home forever. And for a lot of these people, they may have never been able to get a chance to get on the property ladder. So for example, if they're renting, it's very difficult to save for a deposit for a new home. But those people that are renting will be able to get a mortgage, with just 1% deposit. But that doesn't mean they'll be able to get the 99% mortgage that they need, because most likely the affordability will be a lot stricter with the lenders. The 99% mortgage loan required needs to be met for affordability in terms of income. Can they actually get the property value that they want with a 1% deposit? Because the 99% mortgage will be based on the remainder of the property value. Now, if this is not going to be your forever home and you're a first-time buyer and you may look to move in the future, then you should think twice, because if the property values do go down and you're stuck in negative equity, that could be the difference between you being able to move and you being stuck where you're currently living, because a lot of people are reliant on the sale of their current home to purchase a new one. Rates will obviously be higher for this type of mortgage. Yes, it will be backed by the government, but the rates will be higher by the mortgage lender. As you saw what Peter Stevens said from Empower Mortgages, they'll most likely be 6% plus. So even though, for example, you might be able to put a 1% deposit down and get a 99% mortgage, can you afford the monthly mortgage payment? There's so many factors to consider, and these are just a few. What do you think? Would the 1% deposit scheme help you get on the property ladder? If you had the chance to use the 1% deposit scheme, would you jump at it and take it? Or would you stay well clear of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.